Welcome to Shepherd's Helper. This is Jordan Barnheisel. I'm the original founder and creator of shepherdshelper.com, and this video is intended just to give you a brief overview of some of the program's capabilities and what it could be used for. I can tell you personally, this program actually stemmed from a need in my own church. We needed a better way of organizing our prospect list, and it used to be on an Excel sheet. Now, there's many problems with that. What if you didn't save it correctly? What if that one Excel file gets lost? What if one of your evangelism team members was at home and they needed to access some information? So, coming from a sales profession, this program really wraps up some of the capabilities that I had in my sales career and brought it to the church. So shepherdshelper.com is not meant to be a church management program. There's several programs out there that are just completely focused on all aspects of the church, but what we found was that they really didn't focus on the evangelism or prospecting efforts, or if they did, is a very minimal part of the program. So that's what Shepherd's Helper Prospect Manager really focuses on. So to start, after you receive your username and password via email, you'll sign in. You'll also notice that it is secured. You'll notice that at the top of the bar it says HTTPS. Uses secure socket layering just like your bank does online. We'll log in now. Now what you see here is just the dashboard. This is loaded with a variety of just general pseudo information just for this session. So what I can see when I first log in is going to be my top accounts. Your accounts are going to be essentially your members. Your new leads, those are the people that you found while prospecting, or the people that contacted you. Your upcoming activities, every event that you create on the built-in calendar here will actually show up. What do I need to do now? What do I need to do next week? You can edit that information so it shows what you want it to show. Personally, for this first visit, I just wanted to focus on the prospecting efforts of it. So say I have a current prospecting list and I want to enter somebody's information in this system, or I just met somebody today that I need to enter in the system to ensure follow-up. So I'm going to click on prospecting or prospects. It's going to bring me to the prospects page. These people are not real that you see here, but they serve their purpose well. So we'll click on Jane Dim, and you'll see her information pop up. Now obviously this is what you would see after you populate this information. It goes prospect information, address information. You can add a description here if you'd like, comments information, and etc. It goes on. Now there's two ways really that you can log your activity. Say I go out and I speak with Jane Dim and I want to log that in here. So say John from our evangelism team checks in on the software later and sees, hey, it's time to visit Jane again. What was the last activity? I can either, one, put that information in the contents or comments information. It's 6:18 today. Say Jordan spoke with Jane. Very interested. But needs a ride. Contact Transportation Committee. Alright, so it's entered. I'm on click save. Now the person that comes in here next is going to say, alright, Jordan spoke with Jane. She was very interested in coming to church, etc. Made note when I added that. Now I could also add that same comment under here, activities. The benefit of doing this is say I know I need to meet with somebody in a couple weeks. We already previously set the date. So meet Jane. Enter in the information here, what the meeting's about, and location. Alright, so you can put planned, it's not held yet, priority high, medium, low, and if I personally am not the one that's going to meet with her, I just took the call and said, you know what, this would be a good meeting for pastor or whoever. I click here, drop down the list of all our current users, and send notification. Now what this is going to do is going to send an email notification to this user that there's a activity created. It's going to provide them a link to link back to this and see what the meeting is. I can obviously set the event date start, and I go to reminder. Send a reminder, yes. Now I can say, hey, I want to remind the user in this instance that we need to meet with this person tomorrow, and this is the time, and I'm going to send it to them via email automatically a day ahead of time. Save. Now, an email just got sent to the user, John, and saying, hey, you're going to meet with Jane Dim at this time, this date, etc. Now say it's 2 weeks out, like we mentioned previously, or it's a month out. The system itself is actually going to send a notification to him a day ahead of time saying, hey, remember this activity, this is who it was, this is time, and this is a link to view that information. Now, this database is just as accurate as you keep it up. So when John gets that reminder, he's going to log in the system and he's going to come check out Jane Dim's information. He's going to go to the comments section. He's going to say, what was the steps leading up to this? What was the information that I could know to make this conversation a little more personal, or just make it flow better with where it left off before? Because one, if you're consistently meeting with somebody and you're forgetting how the last conversation went, then the conversations are going to be just that. It's going to be a transactional conversation, and that's not a way to build a relationship. So that is where the comments information come into play, or the activities section. We can also add some documents here. So say we have members or people that gather pictures of people. Say I have a picture of Jane. I'm going to load that in documents, and now if anybody wants to recall Jane, then I can say here's a picture, or any supporting documents, baptismal documents, etc., etc. From here also you see on the right hand column, you can add a note, you can add a to-do, add an event just like we did on the activity section, or you could send a mail. So frankly what this does, this screen here is just that prospect online, secure. So everything about that prospect is kept in one place, and you can access it from your home, you can access it at the church, regardless where you go. That access is available. I can tell you one of the main things that drove this program was we wanted to have a consistent way to contact our prospects. So what we envisioned was we have these group of people that are there to meet with the prospects, and how do we make sure there's consistent contact? So each of these prospects, the vision was to assign a prospect to one of the individual people and just set a reminder. Every 2 months we need to touch base with these people. When I was in sales, the saying was that you had to touch base with somebody 8 times before you made a sale. Now, I'm not sure what that would statistically be for evangelism. It would probably depend on where they were at that point in time in their life, but it's probably very similar, and you need to keep that constant contact. So that's what this was originally made for. Say you don't want to import your prospects one at a time. There's buttons up here. Say you go to your home page. There's buttons all across the top. These are shortcuts, and they follow wherever you go, whichever section. So I go back, prospecting, go here, import prospects. This gives you the ability to upload your current prospect list and then have them entered in the system. So if you have a prospect list of 1,000 people, you do not want to be entering them one at a time. So that's what this is for. Recommend it for the first time, and it works fantastic. So I know this was long. I hope you stuck with me. I will be following up with some video tutorials, but I hope this gave you a pretty good estimate of what Shepherd's Helper was. And you can feel free to reach me via email administrator if you sign up, or you can shoot me an email with contact information on the website. I look forward to hearing from you, and look forward to hearing your evangelism successes.